get a little. Right, let's go. Yeah, there's some more here. I'm there, so let's check. Well, hallelujah, guys, we've got to turn up for the books. I can't actually believe it. We've actually got cleared. So I think the client must slightly kick in off for the sake of one digit. They've absolutely rectified the situation. So finally, we are clear. We're good to go. It's only taken 3 days. But what's the old adage? Better late than never, people. Stop, but no. Sound of motorbikes. You best believe I'm going there. There's a rabbit there, look, in the hole. You see it? See, look. This is massive. That bird's caught something. See, there we go. They're probably chasing these rabbits. So what do we call a rabbit thing? Is it a hutch? Let's have a look. So all these are rabbit hutches. Can we see any rabbits in there? Let's extend the pole and let's have a look. Bet you never thought you'd see a camera hunting for rabbits. Now obviously I'm not going to do these rabbits any kind of harm. As I said, I love animals. I'm not an animal. I don't do any cruelty to animals. So I've got cats at home. And I love my cats to death. And God forbid if anybody does them any harm, that harm would befall onto you. Oh, Jesus! I almost went. I almost sunk in there. Wow. Oh, God, right. Sorry, rabbits, let me get out of here. I'm not trying to damage your houses. Good morning, guys and girls. Welcome to part 3 of the Coquel Customs catastrophe.
Head south.
I've had me 24 hours rest, so now I'm just going to go back to customs, go and get me paperwork, probably get escorted out of there back to England, and then just got to wait for the details of the trailer swap. The plan is just to go and bring this load back to the UK, let somebody else take this thing back, and I'm taking a load. I think it's got potentially 3 drops. I think France and Spain. So yeah, hope everyone's doing all right. I'm rested, somewhat. We'll wait for this gate again. Merci. You heard me. You heard me. Okay, and let us go. When I can try and get the seatbelt to get yourself unstuck so I can put it on. Right, so onwards we go again, part 3, and today there won't be an issue trying to find the civet because I did it day 2 of this catastrophe. So at least I know how to find it now. And for everybody else as well, if you didn't know how to find your way back into the civet once you got kicked out, watch the end of my second video. Well, hallelujah guys, we've got to turn up for the books. I can't actually believe it. We've actually got cleared. So I think the client must slightly kick in off for the sake of one digit. They've absolutely rectified the situation. So finally we are clear, we're good to go. It's only taken 3 days. But what's the old adage? Better late than never, people. Good morning, everyone. It's early Sunday morning now, in the early hours. Just leaving about 8 kilometers away from Iruña. It was All Saints Day yesterday in Spain, so everywhere it was it's called a red day, which is like a bank holiday in England, which is good to see. And today's All Souls Day, I think, or is it over around one of the two? But yeah, so good to see. But I've got to get up a bit early today, just get out of here. I'll get down the road for a bit. I've still got 490 odd kilometres to go to the delivery point, so I'll try and get as close to it as I can today. Delivery's tomorrow morning, 8 AM, which is on a Monday, so time to get going. It's absolutely freezing. And it's 5 AM local now. It's currently 8 degrees up in the mountains, so it's cold. So let's head on across. Now, it's just a bit of a shame that leave any later, because there's a couple of viewpoints further along where we're going. We'll give you the true scale as to the height of some of these mountain passes. Seriously, people, honestly. Honestly, car drivers again, you guys are taking the mickey. It's very, very windy here. As you can hear, extremely windy in fact. Wow, you can feel that as you go through that tunnel here, like all the wind's channeled like a wind tunnel. Well, guys and girls, we've called it a day for this afternoon. It's now Sunday, so I'm going to go for a walk now to get me some exercise. We've parked up. I've parked away from these guys in the curtain siders, because there's nothing worse when you're trying to get to sleep and a fridge pulls up right next to you. So now, time to go for a walk and get some exercise. Couldn't do it yesterday, so parked up. Time to go for a little mooch. Now I'll dedicate this section of the video to one of the other subscribers, Mr. Jakovsky. He's currently off work at the moment with a broken leg. He's had a rather unfortunate accident. He was walking his dog and another dog bumped into him and he ended up breaking his leg. So we'll dedicate this one to you, Jack. I'm going to go for a mooch. Time to get some exercise. I couldn't do it yesterday. I was rather angry with myself. So I'm going to go and do an hour or two. Now the sun's come out. I'm going to go for a mooch towards some vineyards. Now there's a Finca La Ventosa. Now it's private, but this bit I'm assuming is not going to be private. That road is there, but we'll go for a walk along here. Stretch the legs, clear the head. Because yeah, there's nothing worse when you're tired and you're poorly in a truck. There really is nothing worse than that. So at any given opportunity, whenever you can, to go and get some exercise. Now here there's no excuses. It's not raining anymore. It was excuse me, last night, and I had a really bad migraine. So yeah, go and get some fresh air. And we've got the vineyards here. Let's see if we can see any grapes. Yeah. Well, I'm assuming this bit here isn't private, but the ground is a bit soft, mind you, at the moment. You can see just how far the vineyards stretch back. Look at that, just down this lane here. Look how far that is. So, and I'm hoping it's not too windy. I've tried my best to try and make sure that the camera, now I've managed to get the mic to sync again. So I'll go for a little walk around here and see how far this goes. But yes, massive. So yeah, all the vino drinkers. Oh God, it's really mushy here. I'm walking, I'm sinking like quicksand. Hola, buenas. Hola, perdona, una pregunta. ¿Es posible andar aquí sin problemas? No es privado, es público aquí para andar. Perfecto, muchas gracias. Hasta luego. A ti. Yeah, I was asking the lady here if it's all public to walk here. She said it's fine. So I can walk along here. So yeah, how crazy is that? You've got a big vineyard here, and I can walk alongside the vineyard without the fear of getting shot. So yeah. Now, I'm not much of a wine drinker. If anybody that knows me, I'm not much of a drinker, full stop, these days. Any sort of alcoholic beverage will knock me for 6. Yeah, I feel better already. And I wonder how far this actually goes. So I like to try to keep all of my bearings. I like to try to go for a walk before it goes too dark so I can find my way back. And afterwards, I've got to help my little dude with his school homework. So he's currently chilling out, playing with his friends, having a break. He's had a long week at school. He's had some Halloween festivities. Went out with his mum. What day is it today? Sunday, Saturday. Friday night we had a big Halloween parade with costumes with the kids. So he enjoyed himself doing that. And then back to business, homework with Papa after. And there's nothing better to get some exercise. You literally feel rejuvenated after you've done any form of exercise. Like the last couple of days I was feeling so run down, a bit poorly, thinking it was the changes of the weather, and with the Coquel customs catastrophe, in the end it worked out okay. I left Coquel, I'm in Castilla region. So yes, 100% better. Even though it is a bit cooler at the moment, it's dry. I don't mind it being slightly cold and dry, but cold and wet, no thank you. It wreaks havoc with my spinal injury, the cold and the damp weather. So going back and forth to Spain helps me massively with the pain. So as long as I see this big warehouse here with the trucks, I'll find my way back. And you just see, as far as the eyes can see, vineyards into the distance. Now it was a bit nippy this morning, mind you. Hopefully in the afternoon the weather picks back up again. Excuse me, I feel a bit of phlegm coming along in the chest, so I'm just going to stay along here. Again, there's no signs. You can see all is that the irrigation, and there's a chopper up ahead. Oh, it's a bit mushy. I'm sinking into the soft ground here for a little bit. And there's a chopper up there. Wow, it is very slippery. So I've got to be careful here. I make sure I don't end up going arse over tit. Excuse the phrase. Just a phrase we use up north. Basically, I go flying. So now all of this is public. I'm going to go a bit further down and then just see what these vineyards look like and what young grapes actually look like. There we are, there's some little ones there. So these must have just died out for the season already. I've definitely had a bit of rain up here, it's dead mushy on the floor, I'm sinking in. So I wonder Yeah, they must have already harvested these, or these have died for the season. Right, well this bit is quite dead and dry, so hopefully a bit further up we can see where there's more lush, let's just say. You can see if there's any more grapes along here. Now I won't go too far because this bit here may be private. I don't want to be accused of contamination, cross-contamination of these grapes. But yeah, so these ones here, they're all dead. So I don't know whether it's due to the droughts. So yeah, it goes for quite a way up there, but I won't risk it again. Ah, there's a few here, there we go. Some better ones to see. Some white grapes. Some little ones there. And there's a few. Now let's see. Let's get a little, right, let's go. Yeah, there's some more here. And there, so let's check these ones. And let's see if these are edible or they've gone off. So yeah, now again, this was in England. Private land, keep off, we'll shoot you. So again, I haven't seen any signs, so if in doubt, I'll have to plead ignoramus. But I'll get back onto the main path. So yeah, definitely feel way better. And again, guys and girls, whenever you do have a chance, wherever you're working, whether you're in England, Ireland or overseas, if you do have the time, now I'm not going to start again till tomorrow about 6:30 in the morning. So I've got a long wait. It makes sense just to go and enjoy oneself, clear your mind and body. Now I'll wash these little specimens after, in case there's any pesticides or any kind of fertilizers, which no doubt there probably will be. You don't want to risk getting sick. That is definitely one of the worst things that could happen to you on the road, and especially with pesticides, it could be toxic for human consumption. Hope everyone's having a decent weekend, enjoying time with your families. Now, one of the advantages and disadvantages of being a long haul truck driver, aka tramper, as we like to call it in the UK. The advantages: you do have a lot of time by yourself. If you like the solitude, if you like your own company, yeah, it's perfect. Like today, I decide how far I wanted to go down. If I could have gone all the way down to the place, but again, prudence is always a key. Now, for the guys who've done international, you can back me up on this. If you've got delivery into one of the big major cities overseas, one of your biggest problems are trying to find parking or save parking. You're always worried about your cargo being nicked, your cab broken into, or your diesel stolen. Now, my good friend Raphael is currently on the boat today. He's shipping out of Bilbao to Rosslare. About 3 weeks ago, I'm sure he won't mind me saying, he had his diesel stolen. He had about 650 litres. And he's been doing international for years and years and years. And he never, ever, not once, had any issues with diesel thefts, any kind of break-ins into his cab or cargo. But that was his first time about 2.5 weeks ago. You know, I was rather annoyed by it, and I told him, listen, shit happens to all of us. Happened to me about 7, 8 years ago. And I was in England on the A2 in Canterbury, coming back from Dover. I'd just come off a boat from, where'd I come from? It's either Rotterdam or Venlo in Holland, one of them two places. And there was a delay on the ferry. Time I got across, I only had time to get up the road into a lay-by into Canterbury because everywhere was closed, everywhere was busy. And there was an Italian fella behind me. Unluckily for him, he had about 1,000 litres nicked. And they must have had their fill of his. Luckily, I only had about 350, 400 litres stolen from mine. So, you know, it does happen. It's not a case of if, but when. Definitely. Excuse me. Oh, my throat. Right, I'm gonna venture up here. So yeah, in trucking, it's a case of when it will happen, not if it will happen. That's the unfortunate reality of trucking. Now, I don't know about some of you other guys and girls, but for me, I struggle to sleep at the best of times. But I always encounter like a strange phenomenon. When I'm asleep, I always hear as if someone's knocking on my door, someone's banging on my door, and I'll wake up and there's nobody there. And sometimes I've literally been asleep, after someone's been literally tapping me on my head, like knock, knock, knock on my head. And I thought to myself, what the actual F is that? And I Googled it, and some of the things Google was coming out with, saying it's like your angel guides, your spirits, telling you to wake up in case. expanding head syndrome, all these crazy things. But honestly, and I've had this for quite a while, where I've literally, for me, it's like the reality of it is unbelievable. It's literally, I can hear it, someone going boom, boom, boom on my door. And it wakes me up. I have to check, pull the curtains, check the mirrors, just to see if there's anybody even there. Now, I don't know if any of you guys and girls, any drivers, have had such things, the strange phenomena, where you swear to yourself, is that real? It wakes you up. Now, it's an American thing. There's another one. I don't know if anybody's come across this one, where when you're fatigued, some people say they've seen the black dog. It's the thing as if like a black dog, or like a dog runs alongside your truck or runs in front of you. It's basically trying to tell you to stop. You're going to fall asleep or you're going to have an accident. Now, I've never seen it. I've never come across it. I've heard of it when I was in America. And I spoke to a couple of older drivers. One lad, Big John, he said he'd seen it when he was falling asleep. So, again, has anybody else come across any such phenomena over the years? I'll be interested. You know, I'll be interested to hear some of the truckers' stories, to hear if anybody have had some other crazy ones. Now, there's another crazy story. You'll have to excuse me, I forget, one of the subscribers told me about it. He said he was doing a delivery, if I remember correctly, near France. Not near France, near Paris. And he got woken up. He heard some people trying to steal his diesel. And luckily he had a tyre wrench and a high-powered torch. So he jumped out, he managed to scare them off. And then he called the police. The police came out. And basically, what they found, they had found around 3 or 4 big petrol canisters underneath the trailers of the trucks, his and some of the other guys parked next to him. So what the police said, it looked rather suspicious, and basically what they thought was going to happen was the people were going to set the canisters of petrol on fire underneath the trailers, trying to burn the truck and trailers and the inhabitants and the drivers. Could you imagine that? Could you imagine, honestly, you trying to get a good night's sleep, being a trucker? Now, that story resonated with me, that one. About another 4 years ago on the A28, I heard this from another driver. He was I think Russian. I think either Russian or Romanian driver. Basically, there was a husband and wife team driving, and they'd stopped for his services to go and maybe get a shower, get some food, or something of that nature. The wife had gone into the services. The husband was still inside the truck, and basically somebody tried to either steal his diesel or try to steal his effects from the cab, whether it's a phone, laptop, sat-nav, etc. Now, I think he tried to fight them off. When the wife came back to the cab, poor bloke, the husband, had been butchered by a machete. There's literally blood everywhere. Blood absolutely everywhere. and sadly the husband passed away. Now, could you imagine that, the trauma of seeing your partner that you probably left 20 minutes, 30 minutes before for you to go and grab a shower to get some food, and you come back and you found him chopped up to death over some diesel cards, a telephone, a sat nav, a laptop. So really and truly, guys and girls, it's not worth it. If you scumbags out there, if they want to take your stuff, let them have it. If they're armed with machetes, with knives, guns, who knows? Is it really worth losing your life over a trucking, over your cargo, over your diesel, over your diesel cards? Things that can be replaced with the insurance. If you call the police, you make a denuncia, or you make a police report, file a report. Things like that can be replaced. But your life, for your load, no, definitely not. So, again, unless if you think you're Arnold Schwarzenegger, Chuck Norris, Steven Seagal, Bruce Lee, Jackie Chan, fair enough. Mike Tyson, Conor McGregor, Khabib. If you're pretty handy, fair enough. If they're coming with no weapons, it's fair enough. Well, if someone's coming with weapons, if there's 1, 2, 3, 4 people, and you've just been woken up, you're still half asleep, it's not worth it, guys and girls. And this is some of the harsh realities of trucking. So yeah, it's not, it is a good job, but the perils and the dangers are very, very real. Very, very real. So yeah, I'll be interested, guys and girls, if you're watching this, if you guys have got any other crazy stories, if you can put in the comments and I can share in the videos what other crazy things you've encountered, you've seen when you've been out on the road. What weird things you couldn't explain, you maybe you've seen or have happened to you. And there's a lot of things out there oh, and I've got something stuck in my shoe. You're kidding me. Right, put you down for 1 minute. So yeah, as I was saying before, I got rudely interrupted by a stone and some sharp little thing inside my shoe. Now, it's gone a bit nippy again. It's just nice to go for a nice little walk. So yeah, if anybody else out there have got any crazy stories you like to share, please let me know. Now the sun, the UV is quite high today, it's hurting my eyes. Again, it's just with the spinal injury I've got, it's pressing down on one of my nerves and it's causing me some slight eye discomfort. So I've got to wear my glasses everywhere I go. My Jeffrey Dahmers, they got broke the other month. So we can see it's quite nice. I'll go for as far as I feel up to it. Don't want to go too far in case it gets stuck in the rain. Excuse me. So yeah, yet again, with the exercise, you definitely feel mentally and physically better after you've done it. Feel way, way better. We've had a bit of rain here last night, as you can see, and it's quite mushy. I don't know why the mic keeps cutting off the camera. See there, we've got the finca down that way there, so that's a private property. So I'll stay up here. Now we can see all the way down, dropping down this hill. And it's quite a nice view. Excuse the selfie stick. So yeah, I'm just hoping. Well, I don't think there'll be any kind of wild beasts lurking around here. You never know, there might be deer, wild boar, or whatever animals lurking. It's just very, very peaceful out in the wilderness. Extremely peaceful. And literally vineyards as far as the eye can see. And again, by doing the exercise, it'll hopefully help me get to sleep later on. Have a hot shower, have a nice meal. There's nothing better than being out with nature when you've been cooped up in a wagon. Now in my case, since I got this load on Tuesday morning, I unloaded in Chesterfield on Monday night, and I started early, 5:40 AM on Tuesday to get this load, and it's now Sunday, and I'll be delivering that tomorrow, Monday. So can you imagine? And out of them, Wednesday all day, customs. Thursday, 5 hours, customs. Friday, 20 minutes in and out. Where are we here? What's this called? Caserío de Dueñas. So yeah guys, again, what are these here? Best not be vultures or whatever they are. It's quite big birds down there, unless there's a load of little mosquitoes are trying to hunt down. Now, if they are vultures, leave me alone. I'm not about to snuff it. You're not going to get... Oh, I seen a rabbit legging it across there. Now, it makes... Could it be... I don't know. Don't know what kind of birds they are, but if they're hunting for rabbits and I seen that rabbit legging it, it must be some big birds. And also, when you're out on your walks, well, try to keep your wits about you also. Always keep checking behind you. You never know. You never know if there's anybody stalking you. Now, it might sound a bit crazy saying stuff like that, but again, look, you got things on the floor, you got rocks here. Keep some with you. You never know. Now, I'll keep one of these. You never know, could come across an animal. Could cross across someone dodgy trying to do you harm. Yes, it does happen. Especially, you don't want to venture too far out. Now, it's in the broad daylight here, it's in the afternoon. But who's to say that if you're out in the middle of nowhere, if you were to scream, could someone hear you? The answer is no. There's nobody around here. So always think of a worst case scenario. What could happen? It may never happen, but the one chance or the one time it happens and you're not prepared, trust me, you don't want to be in that situation. So that's why I always say, try and keep yourself fit physically. If one day you do have to fight, you want to be at least fight for your life, whether it's a minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes. And believe me, if you've never fought before, you're thinking 30 seconds, piss off's a piece of piss. But you've ever tried fighting for a minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, going at it. Believe me, if you're not in shape, you'll be blowing out your ass before you know it. So that's why I always try to keep myself in reasonable shape. It's not the best. It's a slow process, but I'd rather try and keep myself prepared in case the worst should ever happen. You hope for the best, prepare for the worst. Because you never know, that one day may well do come, and if you're not ready, well, I can't help you. And in terms of preparation, it's not just keeping yourself fit. Yesterday, I can't remember if I said the video, I was parked up where I set off from this morning. I was waiting for a French driver to finish his break and get going. But the services, there was a truck park, it was completely full. The pumps, I didn't want to be blocking the pumps in case people are waiting to go and fill up. So I was parked up completely at the side of a road, wasn't blocking anybody. I was off the motorway, I was basically on private property for the services. The police flew up, excuse me, said, "Oh, we've seen you parked here for a little while. Have you broken down?" I said, "No." So, "Well, you shouldn't be parked here." I said, "I know. The truck park, as you saw, the sign said it's full. I've driven all the way down from France. I've got to take my break. I'm tired. There's nowhere for me to park. I'm waiting for this French driver to go." And the driver literally, excuse me, he'd left about 5 minutes before, and I'd gone to the toilet. And as I come back, the police came up to me. And again, because I explained what had happened, I said, look, if you'd driven past, you see me parked here, you would have seen across from me there was another truck there, which is not here now. He said, yes, that's right. I said, well, he was a French driver. I said to him, you know, when you finish your break, can I take your space? And he said he'd be having a 45-minute break. He ended up taking longer than 45, taking about an hour and 15. Again, he's entitled to his break. If he's tired, I'm not going to rush him. So 45 minutes went round, an hour went round, and I needed a pee. Went for the toilet. As I come back, the police were outside my truck. I said, look, this is what's happened. The guy has literally just left. So if you don't believe me, you can go look for the cameras inside the garage, and you'll have seen there was a French truck next to me. I said, right, okay, just pull off to the side, park there, you'll be fine. But I said, if next time, if you parking here with no apparent reason, you'll get a fine. So I said, that's fair enough. And that's an advantage of being ready, being able to speak the lingo. Now, I got myself out of a similar jam about 6 months ago, going up to Bilbao. About, I don't know, 1:30, 2 in the morning. I'd gone up to this truck stop to take a break yet again. And it was raining, it was very dark. And I'd gone out on a one-way street. Not a one-way street, on a one-way system for the truck park. And at the end of it, the police flashed me. Again, came up to me, said, you can't go out this way. It's a one-way system. I said, sorry, officer. My first time here, it's very, very dark. I didn't see any signs. There was a truck that blocked it. If there was a sign of a truck's blocked it, I couldn't see it. I apologise, I'll go out very slowly. I said, okay, no problem. Just take your time, be careful. Because you're going out the entrance, make sure you look to your left in case there's any, obviously, people trying to enter the services. So that's the second time. So again, wherever you're going, try to learn a few phrases. You know, be it, how are you, hello, thank you, please, I'm sorry, my first time, I don't speak the language. Try anything to try and get you off the hook in case if you ever need it. You know, not being arrogant or anything. It's not a case of being arrogant. I'm just saying, like, you should always prepare yourself for any situation. Anybody that knows me, they know I'm not an arrogant kind of person. There's another rabbit legging it across there. It's just the way I've always been brought up, to say your pleases, your thank yous, you have your manners, you show respect. But when it's due, if someone's taking the piss, they get it right back. Whether that's in life, in trucking, or whatever. So, always keep yourself prepared, guys and girls. There we go, there's another rabbit there legging it. So it's making me wonder, with them birds trying to swoop and get these rabbits legging it, because if they are, they're some big birds. Now, is that for the birds? Put some bird seed in there, I wonder. Sure it is, like a big bird box. Like a bird feeder maybe. makes sense. All the birds were lurking about there. So again, always check your surroundings, make sure no one's sneaking up on you. What's the old adage? You'd rather need and not have it, or you'd rather have it and not need it. So keep this with me. You never know, who knows? It could be a rabid dog. Could be a dog off a leash. Could be legging it, trying to attack you. Now I've got the selfie stick. Could I whack it with a stick? Now I'm a dog lover, I'm an animal lover. But if that dog is going to try and do me harm, well, I'm sorry, it's me or the dog. And that's when self-preservation comes into play. So it might sound a bit dramatic, but you've always got to plan ahead. Think for the worst, what could happen? Risk mitigation is what I'm always going on about. So again, last time I was out, did the other video, I was up a mountain. This time, I've had to go down on the flats of the prairies. So again, you've got to try and get exercise where you can, when you can. And in the meantime, watch what you eat, watch what you're drinking. And the reason I don't drink when I'm inside the truck is for the aforementioned reasons I said to you guys before. If someone's going to try to break into my truck, am I going to be able to do anything if I'm pissed out my head? If I've had 6, 7 pints the night before, am I going to be ready to put up any form of a fight or anything? Or worst case scenario, if I've got to go to work the following day. Now, if you're off on a 24, 45 hours break, perfectly fine, there's nothing wrong with it. But I've seen loads of drivers out on the roads, having 9 hours off, 10 hours, 11 hours off, in the pub, drinking, I don't know how many pints, and then be ready for the following day at work. Now, if you can do it, fair enough, fair play to you. If you've got the tolerance to handle your alcohol, fair enough. I'm not going to tell anybody how to live their lives. But for me personally, I know I've not been able to drink properly. I really stopped drinking probably in my 30s. I'd probably say about 35, 36, so about 10 years ago, I really properly stopped drinking. When my son was born, pretty much knock it on the head. You know, even especially now, you know, you want to set a good example to your children. I've only got the one. You know what little boys are like. They try to copy what daddy does. You know, I don't drink, I don't smoke. I take him out with me, we go out walking when I see him. Take him out on his scooter. You know, trying to take him on the beach, get him out. To be fair, his mum does the same, takes him out. He has his little go on his PlayStation every now and then when he's done his homework and he's finished school. But in those formative years, you've got to set the groundwork for your kids. So I'll probably get to the end of this lane here, round this bend, and do a U-turn and make my way back. Because the battery on the camera is going to go quite soon. I didn't want to be waiting all day for it to be charging. Well, it doesn't take that long, but you know, I like to strike whilst the iron's hot. When it's dry and sunny, I'll go out, get me exercise in. So I've got no option, no excuse, in case it starts to chuck it down later on. Oh, it's gone cold, it's raining. Another excuse, so no. I wonder if there's any more rabbits lurking about, legging it. I can hit the motorbike giving it some down there. Go on, lad. Good on you. Excuse me. And again, it's just clearing out my system here. All the phlegm is coming out. When I get back, I might make a tuna sweet corn sandwich. See if I've got any cucumber tomato from that shop, if I can buy. Make a nice tuna salad. Now, the problem with me is I love bread. Goodness me. Not just bread, but baguettes. Freshly baked baguettes. That's my problem. So that's why I love to walk, to burn that off. Honestly. Now, that's one of my biggest vices. Freshly baked bread, some nice butter, cheese and ham. Honestly. If you want to bribe me, people, there's another rabbit there legging it. If you want to bribe me, get me some freshly baked baguettes, some Kerrygold butter, some ham, cheese, or whatever, chicken, tuna, or some Philadelphia cream cheese with some smoked salmon. So any bribery in the future, guys, you know what to get me. You know what to bribe me with. Oh, now I'm getting a bit warmer now. So I hope you guys have enjoyed walking along the vineyards in Castilla with me. Gone for a nice little walk. My phone's going off. I forgot to set my alarm. Another rabbit down there. But by the time I finished and turned around, there's another one legging it there. Loads of rabbits. Probably be a good hour and a half, hour and 45 by the time I finished. Which will be sufficient. Run, rabbit, run, run, run. Here comes a farmer with his gun, gun, gun. Bang, 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 bang goes the farmer's gun. So run, rabbit, run. Now, if you know what cartoon's that from, the older generation, bit of Bugs Bunny and Elmer Fudd. Elmer Fudd with his little gun. And if you don't know it, look it up, guys. It's when cartoons, there's some proper cartoons knocking about. Right, and at this bend here, I'm going to do a U-turn and come back. Because I know what I'm like. I keep saying this bend, I'll probably keep going and going and going. So if I don't call a stop to it pretty soon, I could be going even further when I want to. Excuse me. I say I'm going to stop here. Let me see how much further can I go down. Oh my God, honestly, I'm going to go all the way down here now. Seriously. Right, when I get to the end of this road, I'm going to stop. Otherwise, I'm going to stop taking the mickey otherwise. There's like a church up there. Can I go seek refuge in the church after? Again, keep checking, you never know. Right, so this is the end. Towards the end of this lane here, it's going to be one of these bodegas where they process the vino. So now that's a big old bird. Jesus, that's a monster. What is that thing? Even from here you can see how big that is. It's probably been, that's been chasing the rabbits, I guarantee it. Is it kestrel? Let's have a look. If any bird lovers out there know what kind of bird this is, now this thing's big. That's a big old bird. Now this is music to my ears. I can hear motorbikes everywhere here. Is there a circuit? Circuito, cerca. I can hear V4s, inline 4s. If there's a circuit, you best believe I'm going to walk towards it and see what's knocking about. I keep telling myself. Whew. Oh, and what have we got here now? Cows. I've got a load of dirt inside my shoe. Damn it. There's definitely got to be a circuit around here. And now then to the little prairie. Little house on the prairie. Now, these are bulls, oh my God. Right, please bulls, what was I saying before about being careful? Please bulls, do not come out of here, because I'm not going to be outrunning you. As much fitness as I've done, right, what's the word? Red to a bull. Right, let's just keep movement down to a minimum. I hope you are friendly, bulls. There's the horses. Now I don't know what would set bulls off. Is it sudden movements? I couldn't tell you. Right, I'm at a crossroads, literally. Do I carry on? Now there's some big old bulls. Hola mi amigos, muy buenas. Stop, but no. Sound of motorbikes, you best believe I'm going there. There's a rabbit there, look, in the hole. You see it? See, look. This is massive. That bird's caught something. See, there we go. They're probably chasing these rabbits. So what do we call a rabbit thing? Is it hutch? Let's have a look. So all these are rabbit hutches. Can we see any rabbits in there? Let's extend the pole and let's have a look. Bet you never thought you'd see a camera hunting for rabbits. Now obviously I'm not going to do these rabbits any kind of harm. As I said, I love animals. I'm not an animal. I don't do any cruelty to animals. So I've got cats at home. And I love my cats to death. And God forbid if anybody does them any harm, that harm would befall onto you. Oh, Jesus! I almost went. I almost sunk in there. Wow. Oh, God, right. Sorry, rabbits, let me get out of here. I'm not trying to damage your houses.